Okay, it says I'm live. Guess we'll wait to see if somebody comes in. Okay, live 22. Good morning. Hello, Edith. Hello, James. Good morning. A little bit of a tussle to get this going. Hello, Mitch Bromwell from Florida. I guess it's going to be about 5 or 6 o'clock there, right? Just past midnight here in the UK. Oh, okay. Wow, I didn't know that much of a difference, James. I thought y'all's time was about like ours. Okay. Never mind. You're England, not Australia. Okay. Oh, Edith, it was the best thing that could ever happen to us. It was a fantastic trip. It's one that was well deserved. We haven't we haven't gotten out since the surgery. I mean, we've been up here in the mountains, up to a little resort up there for a day. Oh, my lovely Rose is here. It's,
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
the car is running good. It's old, but it's running good. Thank you. I noticed, Johnny. I noticed in the last video I did while we were riding in the car, it was pretty long. I mean, pretty loud. It had kind of a roar. And I saw another video where somebody was in a similar car, a little small compact like that, and it was loud, a roar. And actually, inside the car is quiet. But I got this Wondershare Filmora software, and I played around with that last night and learned how to take that roar out of there to get a better sound. Edith, we stayed there for 2 nights. So it was a drive. It was a day drive down and a day drive back, and we had a few hours on Saturday that we could get out and play. Mitch Bromwell, that's a cup of coffee for me. We appreciate that, sir. Uh, the Bud is doing great. I didn't see Gloria because it was kind of a spontaneous meeting. We were gonna. I wanted to have dinner with them, but it worked out better this way. And she just didn't. We invited Gloria to come over and meet us, but uh, she just she she didn't, and I don't blame her. I understand, but she's doing good. And Bud, amazingly good. He looks so fresh. Uh, like whatever. He was just looking very very good. 50 pesos for two big. Yeah, because they take 30% out, so that'd be just about right. We appreciate that.
Too big is water.
We stayed at the Honeycomb. I stayed there 5 years ago, 4 years ago, when I was there, and you got the boardwalk, you got live entertainment. We had 2 nights of entertainment, and they're coming up. That's on my next videos. I've already got them finished, and they'll be going up my time 7 o'clock for the next 3 days. So we've got the last of the three videos. Oh, Johnny, I didn't answer it. I was telling him about the noise. The car's running good. Uh, it's a pretty nice car for being as old as it is. Never did have a lick of problem with it. Hello, Deval Don. The first time I've ever seen you on a chat, I think. Although I get so many people to comment. Uh, how you doing down there in Davao? You got many YouTubers down there? Tell them what you think of our little trip.
Our trip is fine. It's good really enjoy.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent place. Edith, the rooms were clean, uh, wooden floors. The old house, probably, I think it was built in 1930. The house was. It's got that old rustic feel. Nice banisters, I guess you will, going up and down the stairs, all trimmed wood. I mean, it was really, really nice. And the food is pretty decent. The service, the waitresses are not very good, but that's okay. They're right there. If you need something, you just, hey, give me this.
Meets bro. Just returned home from NASA working on Dragon space capsule today. I don't understand.
Yeah, that's interesting, Mitch. I've got friends at NASA. I'm from NASA Clear Lake. I'm from NASA Clear Lake, and I had a friend that was involved with the software technology. He's the guy that one of the guys that went in and stayed in the capsule for 2 months or 3 months and did some testing and stuff. No, I'm
Awesome.
okay. Not right now. Thank you. And so he gave me. We were real tight. We did a lot of sailing together, and he gave me a tour of the shop area, if you will, and the testing area, and it was pretty impressive. Everything's made out of stainless steel. I was just totally impressed with how much, or unimpressed with how much money was spent on stainless steel, and when they could have used another product. But hey, that's the federal government. Uh, yeah, I haven't seen that, Mike. Uh, it's that they say that it's safer in America and all this, but we don't have the kind of stuff going on there. I mean, yeah, when some of the groups down in Mindanao get out of line, or the NPA out in the province, a lot of people die. But uh, I'll take my chances here. Texas, yeah, Johnson Space Center, out on NASA Road 1. Yeah,
Edit.
I'm very, very impressed with their little outfit up there, and their spread covers thousands of acres there in Clear Lake City, NASA Road 1.
Edit D. Hope to see you guys next year.
Yeah, Edith.
Well, we hope to.
Yeah, that would be great. I think you finally did meet with. I think you met with foreigner in the Philippines, and you met. I think you were on the backhoe that Mike Fazio had, and I think you met with Bud Brown. I think you had a pretty well-rounded visit with everybody when you were here, if I'm not mistaken. You say that the Mitch? Are you saying that the shooting was at the Johnson Space Center, or where was the shooting at? Oh yeah, yeah, Chicago especially, even Houston. I had an electrical contracting company. It was my last business before I moved here, and I made it a point when I'm going to the city of Houston to do work. I was licensed there as well. That I would not stop at a gas station and fill my truck up with fuel. I'd make sure that my truck was full before I went to Houston, and I did not want my trucks to be stopping at the gas stations, because you take an electrical truck, it's loaded down with copper and tools and uh, pipe and ground rods, brass ground rods, and loads of wire. So that's a perfect target for a somebody to rob you, and they do it a lot.
Johnny Karate. Plenty of sharing in the Philippines. They just don't. They just go unreported. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you're right, but it's not like what's going on with America when they got a mass shooting. Uh, People get shot every day here. I mean, it's part of the culture, I guess. and then with the step up of DU30's drug war. Uh, yeah, Edith, we'll make it a point to meet you next year. Hopefully, I'll still be here.
No, with that, Wayne Matthews. Kamusta? How's the power there? Many brownouts. Well, so far this year we are not having had much brownout. Just few.
Yeah, you're right, Mitch. We had a brownout. The last major one was last Saturday. Whenever I did my last fly, it ended up being 2.5 hours. I didn't realize it, and the it it went out, and that shut down my live show, which is pretty good. I went on over and visited with Pizza Bill because it was hot here and hot upstairs, and I wanted to get out. So I went over and had a brewski with Pizza Bill. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, the people in Katy or Huntsville, they know all about what's going on in Houston, so they don't try to stop there. Yeah, robbed. I was robbed and shot at a 7-Eleven in Houston a number of years ago, and uh, I'm terrified when I get out of the car there. It's so much senseless stuff going on, carjackings. That was my biggest fear with my truck. You know, they carjack my truck and stick a gun in your face, and they take your truck. And by the time the police find them, the truck's stripped, and there's nothing left on it, if you can find it. Timothy Oliver, when I moved to the Philippines, did you buy a round trip ticket or one way? I bought a round trip because I didn't know if I was gonna. I didn't know if I was going to like it, and if not, or if I had a problem, it was best to have a round trip to go back to America. So that's what I did. Uh, but I did bought my ticket at Christmas time because they had just had Yolanda. It just came through a couple of weeks before, and the lady I moved here for, she was in her house alone, and she was terrified, not because of Yolanda, but it was just a heightened time of excitement for the people there. So she asked me to go there and early, so instead of waiting until after the 1st of January. So my ticket was $2,700. That's way too much for a round trip. If you shop around, you can get round trip tickets for about 800.
Jenny Ricketts. Good morning, guys. Well, good morning to you too.
We need to work from here
Let
up
me.
down.
Well, that's yours. I cannot read that if they talking and you can answer.
Yeah, Edith, setting up a live stream is kind of
I
difficult.
leave.
I tried with OBS software, that's open broadcasting, and it it's very very difficult, and it's a it's what's called a it's complicated, and so I got me a new microphone, this one here, and I got me a new camera so I could get a better picture because my other one was old, and so I'm able to. I wanted to improve on my equipment, my gear here, so I could maybe take a loss by going through Google Hangouts, and that's what I think that's what I'm on now. I don't know, uh, but I don't know. It's kind of difficult. And I don't know if Bud's got the time to do it. I really don't know. Panabo City. Where's Panabo City? Jimmy Easterling. He's here from Mississippi. Yeah, I'll take another coffee, please. Hello, Janie Ricketts. How are you? We are good. Well, Janie, you're going to have to email me. I don't give out my personal information online. I just don't do that. You're going to have to send me an email so we can communicate there. And that's you mail me at Mike at myphilippinejourney.com. That's the best way to communicate with me. Uh, and General Santos. Okay, that's where you're going, Timothy. Just be careful down there. Oh, glad to hear it's clear. You know, this time I didn't go through Google Hangouts. I did it straight through YouTube. Maybe that's why it's so clear. Thank you for that information. No, no, John, that's all misinformation. Only if you're going to be doing. If John asked, do I need to give $10,000 deposit to live here? And that's no, you do not. But if you want to buy SRRV or SRV, they've got two or three different kinds of retirement visa options, where it's a permanent visa. Then yeah, the money's required. You need to go to the Bureau of Immigration's website and check it out, uh, and study that real good. But I'm here with no money down, and I just uh, go in for renewal every 6 months. Yeah, you do it in increments. You got to go with 1 month, and then you do a 2 month extension, and then another 2 month extension. At that time, you pay for your ACR card, and then you're eligible to get a 6 month. And that's what I do. It's a 6 month. I just Janie, it's Mike at myphilippinejourney.com. Yeah, I know where you're at there, Jimmy. Uh, Ironically enough, right after my divorce, I had a young lady get a hold of me. I don't know how, maybe on Facebook. She was from General Santos, and man, she was cute. And we chatted for quite a while, and I finally said, no, 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 wait a minute. You're sleeping with the mayor here. You're sleeping with another mayor. You're going into General Santos, and you're there on the weekends to play or earn extra money. No, I can't. I can't do it. I can't stay with you. I know I don't want you in my life. Uh, just be careful there. Central parts of Miami, Orlando are the same way. Yeah, I lived down there in South Miami Beach, Mitch. I remember. I'm sure it's much more so today than back when I was there. Actually, where I lived, I went down there later on in my married life to South Miami Beach, and the hotel I was living and working in, I worked as a kind of a maintenance man there as I was traveling around America, and it's been destroyed and taken down. Hello, John Doe. Yeah, it's been an interesting journey. One that I really don't regret. I had a lot of heartaches, but it's kind of my fault, I guess, because I don't know. It's kind of my fault, but I don't regret anything here. I think I'm still friends with everybody, and to me, it's just. I mean, it's been a learning experience, and I know I've had a lot more fun than I would have if I would have stayed in Texas trying to work. It was kind of actually it was a real low point in my life toward the end before I left and moved here. I didn't want to work anymore. Didn't have a desire to work, just enough to pay my bills, and it was tough. Oh, she's got to go tend to the kids. The little one's screaming. He screams and screams and screams. Janie Rickus. Okay, gonna give it a test. I'm not sure what you mean by that, but okay. Visa options. Yeah, that's Bureau of Immigrations. See if I can. Uh, See if I can. I don't know if it'll work. Properties. Copy. Okay. Let me see if I can put this back up here. Okay, there it is. It worked. I'm new to this, so bear with me. Uh, John Coward, Coward. I just put a link down below for the Bureau of Immigrations for you. I'm going to try to go down here. I'm getting a little caught up. Yeah, visa options. I put the link down there to immigrations for him so he can see. Been there a lot. Okay, great. You're right. You're right. Uh, and all the gays down in Miami, Key West. Oh, I think Key West is half or three-quarter gay now. I went down there later on in my marriage, so it's about maybe 25 years ago. I went there. Hey, thank you, Mitch. Thanks you a lot. Kudos. Got a super chat from Mitch Bromwell. Oh yeah, you should do that. 10,000 for an escape and emergency fund. Yeah, I've got that. I understand. I probably got that in credit cards, uh, and I keep them current. So in case something does happen, I can get out of here. I hope it doesn't, but yeah, 10,000 is good to have. But don't deposit it on a. If you put it into a bank here, my big concern too. I mean, I didn't have the money to get into the SRRV, and I didn't qualify under the military option. But uh, if you put money in the bank for the visa options, and something happens here or something happens, and say you've got to go back home permanently in a hurry, it's going to be real tough to get your money out. I'm sure there's a big process, and I've been told by one or two people that they can't. They've tried and they couldn't get their money back. But if you do put money down, you can apply it toward a condo purchase. Chris Smith, Mike the Legend. Well, I've just been around a long, long time, so legends are used. I don't know how to say it. Okay, good, good. I'm glad it worked. Well, Janie, I don't want to shut my chat down and check my mail, but I'll check it after a while. I should have it. Okay. This is I love this. Janie, you asked me if I was on Facebook, and I don't participate on Facebook. I had a My Philippine Journey account on Facebook at one time, and I took it down. I had a lot of garbage on there from trolls, and then I had they people come on there and just say some horrendous stuff, and I took it down. I just had enough, and Facebook is too unprivate anymore, so I just don't like it. Yeah, you're welcome, John. I hope that works for you. Figure out which way you want to do it. Yeah, if you can do that, hello Jesus Christ, my King. If you can keep one car there, I would. I had two houses, and it would have been smart for me to keep one of them, but I got rid of them both. It's kind of complicated. I had a title problem. Something happened back in the 1800s, and it affected. We'll call that a cloud on the title, and so I basically had to dump one to get the other because I couldn't get a clear title on it. And I could have rented them both out, but they were old houses, and there would have been a 24-hour day nightmare for maintenance, and so I just got rid of them. And there'd be a low rent on them, and so for me to hire a property manager and watch him. You have to have a licensed property manager. You can't be just a friend, although people do it. So it wasn't worth my time, so I just dumped him. Richard, I agree with you. Uh, I wouldn't buy one here either. Uh, it's say you got some issues with a neighbor. The same thing here in a house. I mean, I wouldn't buy a house here either because of the title problems, and the houses have to be in the girl's name, or Filipino's name, whether a boy or a girl. And if you have problems with neighbors on both sides, which it's easy to do here, I've found out. I get along with everybody, but it hasn't been easy. Uh, then if you want to go, you're kind of stuck. You got to do a fast sale to get out and go away. Yeah, Mitch, I don't need the I can moderate okay. I'm not having any problems at all. There's been a couple of times they mentioned some things I didn't want mentioned on the channel. And I let them know politely. I just gonna have to delete it. Okay, I'm trying to read through everything. Timothy Oliver, when you moved to the Philippines, how did you take a lump sum of money over and put it in a bank, or did you keep your money here in the U.S.? I don't remember how much I brought. I might have brought $1,000. I don't know, but I had already. I didn't set one up. I set a bank account up when I got here, and I had a power of attorney in Texas who I sent the information between Wells Fargo and here, and she used her power of attorney and was able to send me my first online bank transfer. She had to do it from in person. Actually, I was supposed to do it in person in the branch bank before I moved here, but I didn't have an account here. So then I would have to open a bank account here or got somebody else to do it, and then go back to, and it's pretty hard to get that done. Excuse me, I've always got sinus. And then sent me my first remittance, $50 or whatever, and I turned around and do it. Now I do it all the time on my own. Pretty simple. And so I do a monthly transfer directly from bank to bank. How's my health now? Not very good. I mean, it's stable. I'm actually better than I was when I got out of the hospital. Things were touch and go there. I had difficulty breathing. I had difficulty standing up, difficulty putting my shoes on, and I've gotten better. I don't need any help. I mean, even up till recently, she would tie my shoes for me and help me get my shoes and socks on. But I'm doing okay as far as that goes. So I definitely see a certain amount of improvement. But I don't know that I'll ever get back to like I was. Bank to bank, it cost me $4 for a transfer, and then up to, I've sent as much as 2,000 or 3,000. I had 3,000 and $4, and I only do that like once, and I will live off of that amount for a few months, and then I'll get another transfer. That way, I'm only paying for one. Remitly and the other guys, I don't remember their name. That's the other thing. My memory is just in the tank now. But they can be real finicky, and they work real good for years, and then all of a sudden you'll have problems with them. I don't like a third party to have all of my account information, because somebody working there at Remitly or Zoom, it was Zoom I was trying to think of. If you're with them, a third party is handling your money and all your information, And if somebody got that information out, that would not be good. Uh, I like the idea of, the less people know my account information, better. Rose doesn't even know it. I keep it pretty quiet for right now. Had a Jewish American expat. I had a fantastic. We both had a fantastic time being cooped up in this second story bedroom here for the last year. It was a real relief. I mean, we've gotten out and done a couple of things, but not like before. Yeah, Tim, uh, Charles Schwab is good to expats. No ATM fees. Uh, yeah, that's good. That's great. I'm not charged. I've got a couple of bank accounts, credit cards, and I'm not charged. When I make a purchase here, then I'm not charged we'll call that oversee transaction fee. I'm not charged that. Some cards will charge that. Thank you, Butch Polston. I appreciate that a lot. You're kind. You're in my prayers for your health. Yeah, Janie, we're all getting older. It's something you can't change. Uh, Jewish American expat. The best thing I can tell you is don't get a girl in her 20s, or especially if you're older. They're all over the place, and they're usually after one thing, and that's your money.
Not everything.
What?
Not everything.
I didn't say everything.
Yeah, because I met my former husband when I was 21, and we got married. So everything is fine. But not every girl is the same.
Okay,
Maybe
happy.
maybe you just got with the wrong person because of
Correct.
being
Correct.
of a blind. So that was it.
I have plenty of friend in the U.S. that says she used Western Union for bank to bank transfer, and it's free. Uh, Somebody I know went to Western Union to send. It was Steve, the guy who helped the American I helped with the brain surgery. His parents, his mother, I think, said that they tried to do Western Union to send him some money, and they wouldn't send money to the Philippines anymore. So be sure you check the details of that. Okay, Capital One doesn't charge a foreign exchange fee. Yeah, that's one of my accounts and on a credit card, and they don't charge a fee. Now I don't know about the bank sending money. Thanks, Jenny. Yeah, we try to have fun when we can. Western Union is never free unless she owns Western Union. That's a good point. Yeah, Janie, you're right. Yeah, I agree with you. After she gets out of her 20s, she's out of her, uh, so should be out of her mischievousness. Yeah, yeah, Janie, you're right. Nothing's free. Zoom is. I've had some people that one person recently. He said that he was a good he used Zoom for years, and then the last time he tried to use it, he got fired. It could have been in a video. I don't remember. Talked with so many people. Uh, yeah, yeah, I could do the video reply, but I don't want to get involved with what I see on Google Hangouts. People come in there and they get pretty nasty. So for now, I'm going to keep it just on typing only. Yeah, I used. I dated with a girl, dated a lady, and I sent $200 to help her daughter with surgery on her arm, and that's what it was. And it was smooth enough. I used Western Union at the Kroger's department or grocery store, and it was pretty cheap, like $10, $15 to send it. I don't remember. It's been too long ago. But I heard now that they're not doing that anymore. Janie, where you live? What city do you live in? UK. Okay. So your husband's British, right? Cheshire. Kroger still has Western Union. Okay. But do they still send to the Philippines? That's the question. He's a Chinese Brit. Interesting. Okay. And you're Filipina, I'm sure. Wow, we got 47 online watching, 10 thumbs up. That's great. I think the most I've had online at one time was 55. World Remit. Okay. Oh, you're not. Okay. I guess I'll meet you guys and we'll find out when I see you. I'm not even going to try to pronounce your name, Trinitropia. I don't know how to say that, but how in America you have to wait to get a woman? Hey, dude, I did that dating stuff in America, and it was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. Ladies use their high school pictures, and you go out there, and it's 2 foot wide, and uh, full of dogs, cats. The houses are full of dogs and cats. Husbands are getting out of prison, going to be out soon. Uh, oh, it was terrible. It was a nightmare. One lady I was chatting with today, she wanted to bring her suitcase and move in with me right away, and uh, her husband was murdered, was killed at a McDonald's or Jack in the Box drive-through window when he tried to hold up the place. So they got in a gun battle with the police, and she was trashed out on methamphetamine in the backseat floor. I had to go through the Houston Chronicle newspaper to get all the information. Yeah, Timothy, that'd be great. You have to come here to Bacola City because that's where we live. Hopefully, you can do that. Western Union Bank account to count is 99 cents, but it takes about 6 days. Yeah, that's one thing that I failed to mention. Let's say the exchange rate here is 52 point, right? If it shows as 52.4 on the value of the dollar and the peso, well, they will change the devaluation rate and only give me like 1.6, 1.8, or 51.6 or 8. So they knock a few pesos off. So they make it on the back end. So they're probably getting about $20 on every transfer. Hello, Tom Patrick. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Yeah, I don't even like talking about that guy. He's a user, an abuser, so I don't even want to talk about it. Yeah, I hate the dating stuff too. I really do. It's so difficult, and you just don't know what you're going to find in the package. That's here. That's everywhere. Yeah, somebody said that he was going to. He was going to. He was. Somebody said that he said he was going to meet us in Dumaguete when he got there on Tuesday, and he wouldn't certainly wouldn't have been welcome at my table. Yeah, there's all kinds of ways to get your money over here, Wayne Matthews. I'm 75% British and 25% Canadian. Kind of complicated right now, going through cancer treatment and heart surgery is needed after that's finished. Man, they're cutting you up. I hope you're able to get through it okay. Jeez. Complicated. I'm going through cancer treatment and heart surgery is needed after it's finished. And I thought I had a tough lick. That's bad. Pray for you, buddy. Hope you get through it okay. Charles, I'm not even going to comment on that. Yeah, it's Bacola's still a construction zone, and they're building everything all downtown, and they're building bigger and bigger and bigger. Got an S&R going in down there now. It's supposed to be opened up next year, or maybe the late end of this year. They build it right over by the new Ayala Mall they just built.
Really?
Yeah, I thought you didn't. Okay, right here in her own city, and she didn't know we're getting an S&R. They are, Stephen. They are doing a lot on the roads. It's been a mess on the main road, but they've been working hard at trying to get the concrete work done and improve the road systems on the main road, John Loxon. But everything else away from Loxon, the route to Bredco, the port has been worked on, and they've got it mostly done, and it's pretty smooth. But the rest of the stuff, no, not yet. Um, why I left Iloilo? I'm here for uh, my family. She needed to. We needed to get over here. All of her family's here. She's got 12 brothers and sisters, and we the rents were what we needed in a house we couldn't find in the rents, and this and so we're here for that reason. I'd love to go back, and if we have to move, I would like to go back there, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do that.
Nope.
Well, I can move by myself.
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
Don't
okay.
bring me there because I would not
She wouldn't like it.
go there.
Jealousy. It's jealousy.
There- He's gonna say he's all exes there, and I am avoiding fights. So, if
Thank you, Charles.
some,
That's I appreciate that. Yeah,
some
she.
of them still trying to approach him, so
It's
I
jealousy.
don't want to get into the trouble.
Yes, you're right, Charles. I appreciate that. I think she is lovely.
I am devil if you're gonna be devil on me.
I'm not a devil.
Yes.
Don't cross her path.
Mm. I am angelic, and if you're angelic to me too, but when you turn the devil, well, I will be too.
Oh, hello, Henry Harris. Boy, that's a tough name for me to say. I guess it's Henry or Henry. Good morning to you too, sir. Yeah, I don't regret my times though, Janie. Yeah, I have a good one now, but I don't regret my times. I've had a, it's been a long, it's been a long travel for me, and I've seen a lot of the country here, and it's just, I wouldn't give it up for the world. I wouldn't give it up for the world. And it's the experience that helped. I don't know. It's overall, yeah. I don't regret anything. Yeah, Thomas, I agree. I agree with that completely. And if you do, move to another island or two or three. Uh, Hello, Chris Bartlett. Welcome to the show. Haven't seen you. We hadn't chatted before. I think you haven't been on here. Or you got on late or something last time. Going to north of Davao City. Okay. They've been having some ground rumbles over there. They've had some few earthquakes this last few months. Nothing serious. Well, yes, Janie, but I can only go up one time a day. I'll go up one flight of stairs every day because my health's not good. But yeah, do they have good beer? Yeah, there's always good beer here. It's just you can get whatever kind you like. I like a San Miguel Light. They're real similar to what was it? Light in America. I can't remember what I did. I didn't drink in America for the last 15 years, I guess, of my life there. So I don't remember what the Miller Lite, I think. Can't remember what I used to drink before that. I like Budweiser. When I went to Hong Kong and I stayed in the airport for 2 days, I had a few Budweisers and it tasted good. I haven't had Budweisers in years. Oh, thanks, Chris. Chris says your hair looks nice today. Chris Bartlett. Oh, you taught your wife to drive a bread cow. Oh, that was interesting. We've been using an old subdivision out here, and I take her over there and try to teach her there. But we only ended up in the field once off the road. But we have it's. I need It's just this car's going to be too difficult for her because it's a standard 5 speed. Okay, Chris. Lots of time. He's been on lots of times. It's just for me. It's just hard to remember anymore. So I might. I just hard for me to remember. Sorry. Michael Morris, Mike. You're hardcore. Well, I don't know what you mean by that, but I try to hang in here, Michael. I have to. Hello from Delaware, the land of all of the corporations. Many people who incorporate themselves, no matter where they live in America, they're incorporated out of Delaware. It's kind of an unusual thing. No, you don't need to clear any kind of medical process at all. You just need to make sure you're clear to fly and have some financial backing and insurance and a way to access money from America to pay for whatever procedures you're going to need. Man, you're coming here with a stacked deck. I mean, coming over here after heart surgery and cancer, you're just going to have to be real careful. Find a big city like Cebu or Manila or even Iloilo's got some decent hospitals, but you can always fly to Manila. But if you're up to it, if you're not too bad on your heart, because when I flew from Bacolod to Manila to go to Makati to get my heart surgery, I had the guy told me we had chatted, and because I had to be in a wheelchair to get to the airplane, and they said, "Well, don't tell the captain that you've got heart problems because they may not let you fly." That's something you need to remember. So if you're a heart patient and they know it, the captains many times will not allow you on the plane. Filipino will bury the hatchet, but she will remember exactly where it is buried. You better believe it. They got a radar machine on that. The best thing to do is always treat your lady right. And if you pick one and you use your this head up here to find one, just treat your lady right, and you shouldn't have any problems. Tim, no, I'm on a six month visa. Um, I don't have. No, it's just a 6 month. That's all I can get. I can get a 2 month or a 6 month. Beer, nah, beer is my favorite. I'm not sure what that one is. BNB, I don't know. Rosa, she doesn't really drink anything. When we were in Iloilo, we used to go to the live bands, and we actually went to the MO2 disco a couple of times, and she would have a light, a San Mig light. And then after in Dumaguete, we went to the Why Not next door to the hotel we were in for one drink because the band closed at midnight on Saturday. So we went to the Why Not next door. I was curious because I've been in there several times when I've been here before. So I just wanted to see what it was like. And so she had a margarita. The first time I ever got her a margarita, I think. And I had a red pony. Delaware and South Dakota have no caps on interest for banks. Okay, I'm not sure how that has anything to do with corporations, but Davao has a great hospital. Probably so. I don't know that much now. Got 51 online. That's awesome. Uh, my ticker is just ticking. I'm just hoping it won't quit ticking. And I just don't have. I can't push myself. You'll see. Well, you did see if you watched my last two videos. Now I could walk down the boulevard and I'd walk maybe 100 feet and then or 150 feet, and now I'd have to stop, sit down, and rest. Hello, Lebowski, Big Lebowski. Any thoughts on living and building in a family compound? That depends on how well you know your family and how well you get along. Like Tito Tim, he's got a channel, and I did a couple of videos with him in his house. He built in a compound, and it works out good. It works out real good. Tim is a very level-headed fella, and he's got a wonderful wife, and there's a lot of love and respect between everybody. But if you go into a compound and there's these guys are hanging out and they're drinking a bunch of tanduay at night, you can see by going in there if you got a bunch of liquor drinkers, that could be a big problem. Unfortunately, a lot of the Filipinos, when they start drinking that tanduay rum at the end of the day, get into a couple hours, they can be pretty unruly depending on who they are. So you have to be careful. Yeah, Timothy Oliver, she likes laughing at me. Uh, it's our kind of our communication way. I don't know. Hello, Lefty all around. Welcome to the channel. We're doing good. We still got our head above the ground. I'm not under the ground, so that's always good. No sales tax in Delaware. Oh, that's great. Kill that 8%, 8.5%. No, I never went to Naga City. I've always stayed in the Visayas here, from Panglao, Bohol, Cebu, all these islands. Yep, just changed. Today is the first. We've both been working. She's got her calendar over there. I mean, her laptop over there. She's been working a lot, and I've got all the videos of Dumaguete finished, and I had one scheduled to get online this morning. It was our first night at the club, at the nightlife, and those are good. You guys, all you guys have got to watch my next three videos. I got Bud Brown in there. Our visit, it was a good visit, and we got the band on Friday night. Our visit with Bud on Saturday. Then the last night, Rose gets up and performs. She sings. She did a good job too.
Oh,
Oh, what?
my birthday is coming.
Her birthday's coming. I
It's June 3rd,
June 3rd, everybody.
Monday.
Give her a good birthday present.
Subscribe me.
Go to her channel and subscribe. That would be a nice Christmas present for her. Thanks, Chris. I'm going to the Philippines in 7 weeks. I'm straight, but the lady boys love me. Man, they had tried to attach to me like a sucker fish. And I just, get away, get away, get away. They're, they'll come up to you just like some of the girls here. I could be with Rose, and they'll come up to me and try to take me away from Rose.
And I said, stay away.
Stay away. Bye bye. Enda. Wala. Ende.
Stay away if you don't want to get into trouble.
Chris, they're everywhere. They're all over. You just, the head of the NPA for the Iloilo was caught at Molo Boulevard in Iloilo a couple years ago. Well, Chris, I had mine too on the 21st. I hit the big 67, and I'm not really fond of birthdays, but from now on, I appreciate each and every one of them. June 1st, one of my brothers is birthday, so that means well, here it's happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
You need a microphone.
Still
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, they're all over. Can you put a link for her channel? Yeah, let me do that. Let me hang on. I'm gonna move the screen down. Give me a second, guys. Here it is. Copy. Okay, here's the link. Let me move that out of the way. Here we go. That should do it. Okay, left you all around. I did. Yeah, Chris. We just woke up, so we haven't had time to do the calendar. That's not on my high priority list. I was more concerned about getting the channel on today again this morning, because it's been several days. I know some of you guys are put some of the YouTubers here are going online every day in a channel. I think every day is maybe a little too much. John Plays. Mike, where are you from? I'm from League City, Texas.
Ooh, 684 now. 4 subscribers.
She said we got 4 more subscribers on her channel. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Wow,
Thank
what a
you.
birthday present. Uh, Before that, I lived in Houston and I had a business there for 25 years or so. Thank you, Lefty. We appreciate you guys very much. Yeah, we need 1,000, Lefty. We need 1,000 on her channel, so she'll be eligible for uh, AdSense. And when she gets eligible, then I'll set her up, help her get set up for PayPal or everything else, so she can get her money. Okay, it's 9:40 a.m. in Adelaide. Okay. John Plays from. I'm from Alabama. You know, when I was traveling as a kid, I was a runaway, but I traveled all over southern United States when I was gone, and I ended up. I found that Mobile, Alabama, was the nicest town I'd ever been in my life. The people were so friendly. Uh, I'd ask the churches for food, asked the restaurant for food, and they took good care of me, and which is great. Well, one restaurant asked me to pull the weeds out of his little front garden. It was a short garden, and he said he'll give you lunch if you pull the weeds out. So I did, and I was happy to do that little bit of work to get some food. I also drove from Texas to Louisiana to Alabama. I don't remember the name of the town. And picked up some recliners, and I picked up. They were for home theater. Picked up eight of them. I used them in my home theater in my house. That was a long drive. No, I don't have the draw. A lot of the draw you're talking about is from like East Texas and I don't wear the hat. I don't wear the hat or the boots either. Thank you, Eric. Eric says happy birthday wishes from Orlando. Thank you, Eric. Eric, we appreciate that. Hey, thank you, Joe Blow. She said we had 4 new ones. We appreciate that. M. Myers in Angeles City. I guess that's Subic Bay. Yeah, Southern U.S. is the best. Well, of course, because for me, we're away from the bad weather. We're in, it's just so cold. Even where I lived in League City, my last house was built in the 1800s, and when the wind blew, the north wind blew like they do during 4 months out of the year. It was freezing cold in there. Every winter, I had pneumonia. But it was all I could afford. So, but it's cold there. It gets cold. We had snow. My last snow was in 2004, and we had snow last year, I think. Okay, Jan. So she's adding in some of the. He says he hasn't watched Rosa's latest videos. She's still working on them right now. We had her trips from Dumaguete, so she uses her camera. She goes off, walks away, and does her thing, and then I use my camera and I make my main film. Joe Blow used to live in Spring, Texas, back in the early '80s. I lived there too. Green Gate subdivision, if you know where that's at. I liked it there, but it was time to move. And when I sold my house, I sold it for more money than any house in the neighborhood had sold for. I was a real estate agent as well, so I was able to get a good deal on it. And I left there and moved to. I bought a 1 acre tract of property inside the heart of League City. And I had an old house to tear down and build a custom home there. and that gave me 2 homes. No, Tom, you can't do that. You can't unsubscribe and then resubscribe. It's not going to work. But thank you for that thought. Got to play by the rules. A lot of times, if you try to break them or go around them, you end up with more trouble. Yeah, Joe Blow, I wasn't too far from there. Uh, Boy, that's a high crime area now. God, it's a high crime. When I turn on, I still have links to KHOU channel 11 and channel 13 in Houston, and when I see there and there's a crime, it's 1960 and IH 45, and it's always robberies. A lot of robberies there, shootouts, robberies. I'm glad I'm away from there because I don't know how to say this, but to just say the neighborhood changed. The neighborhood changed about the time I left. Brownsville was the best Texas town. Could be. Okay, I haven't been there. How do you deal with Tampa? Well, it's like you do in America. You just got to give it time to work itself out. And don't give her a reason to get Tampa, although it's pretty hard to not, but just do the best you can and be nice. Ah, Villa Skabog. I don't know how to say that, but thank you. Nice to see you too. I hope you still got your vlogs going up. I hope you're still doing well with your online paperwork thing you were doing. We have a house in the Philippines. John plays. I'm Mike. I'm 62, and we have a house in the Philippines. So what about retiring there? Well, that's up to you. I mean, it sounds like you're married and that to a Filipina, and it's her house and your house, of course. Just how much you like the neighborhood and the area, and depending on where it's at, medical facilities. There's so much to take in consideration when you decide to move here. I moved here for a lady that had her own house, and it unfortunately it didn't work out. But you know, and I felt like I had everything going for me, all the right things going for me. Uh, but so I felt comfortable with my decision to move, and you need to do the same thing. Make sure you got if you got health issues, you're going to be close enough for medical. Okay, good. Glad your vlog is still going. I remember when you signed me up on that a long time ago. That was great. That's great. Velasquez has got a, excuse me. He's got a travel and entertainment channel. Yeah. Marvin Zindler, Eyewitness News. Yeah, old Marvin Zindler gave me a lot of business. He would go into those restaurants and do a trash talk on them about the kitchens. It's Marvin Zindler, Eyewitness News. He closed down the Chicken Ranch, and he would trash the restaurants, and then they would have broken equipment, and they'd call me up to go out there and fix it. I had a service business. I had all the TGI Fridays, Red Lobsters, 119 Jack in the Boxes, and a multitude of other accounts. So I was real busy repairing City of Houston restaurants in the City of Houston and outside. I'd go as far as Katy on some of them. And he also closed down a good friend of mine, a business. He was a Jewish American, had a business down in Galleria, and he did a trash talk on his restaurant, and it hurt his business so bad it got closed. And all he had was a butcher block sitting on the ground on the table, and so he tore him up. He was unfair. I'm trying to catch up here with you guys now. Wow, 58. Oh, that's a record for me. Wow, 58 online. You know, it's pretty hard for me to focus on the information coming in when she's back here. I spend so much time looking at her, so I kind of lose my train of thought here. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't leave. Charles Griffith, shout out from London, UK. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, Mike Auckland, I worry about getting my mail from the States if I ever have a banking issue while I'm in the Philippines. Easily solved. That's easily solved. What you do is, I don't have the person's name. I have a friend. I was a speaker designer. I designed high end home theater speakers. And this man did all my shipping for me. I used to buy all my work uniforms from him for my business. And I set up a deal with him. He got a private postal box service too. And once a year, or if I know I've got credit cards coming in, replacement cards, then he will take and send me everything, put it into a FedEx or whatever courier, and send it to me. It's about $70 each time. But he sends me all the mail. They'll actually go through it too. Some companies will open them up, scan them, and send you a PDF file and see if you want to throw them away. So there's private postal services, and those private postal services don't get the junk mail. So you don't end up having to sort through all the junk because they end up too much junk in there. But it's private postal service. Look into that, and they will send it to you. Hello, Paul, from Edith. Edith says to tell you hello. Apparently, Edith loves Paul a lot, and that's wonderful. Always glad to see that. Thinking about her husband. That's great. Yeah, you're right, Mr. Bylock Fireman. These names, I'm sorry, guys. Y'all come up with some real winners. Um, uh, yeah, and we had an understanding on that Tampo issue too. And she says, and she told me this in the beginning. I told her, I said, I can't live with this temper. And she says, well, one thing about it is I get over my temper real quick. And she does fairly quick. So it was something that was discussed in the beginning before we tied the note, so to speak. Yeah, hey, be nice. Yeah, Chris, that's why I told her to stay because I knew everybody was looking at her too. You can't help miss her. It's not like she's a fly on the wall. She's a lovely woman in bed.
I should leave, right?
In day. You stay here. Apart from family and medical facilities, what do I miss about the States? I have no family left, Frank. No family at all. Uh, Mexican food. Real Tex-Mex Mexican food. That is what I miss the most. I did a video couple of years ago, 3 years ago maybe. I made some beef enchiladas, beefy cheesy enchiladas, and oh, that was really good. But it was expensive because I had to get my ingredients from S&R, and so those were probably $20 a piece enchiladas when I got all through it. And it still wasn't like Tex-Mex, but that's what I miss the most. I use online banking. Yeah, Happy Pappy, I have the online banking. I think what that gentleman was asking about, he was asking about mail service. Uh, you know, sometimes you get stuff in the mail, and like your credit cards. If you've got a credit card renewal, they're not going to mail it to you. The credit card companies aren't going to send them to you to the Philippines. They'll send them to you at your address, at your home address. So I set up this home address well before I left, and started getting all my mail over there, and it worked out real good. Tom Patrick, hey folks, give Mike a thumbs up. All interaction helps them, and it costs you nothing. Yeah, there you go. I like that idea. Thanks, Tom. Oh, you did. Wow. Yeah, I designed high end audio. I was good. I mean, I had some high dollar stuff. My system was worth $100,000 when I moved here. I sold it for nothing. Couldn't get a quick sale on it because my speakers were massive. They're 5 foot tall, 2 foot square, full array of drivers. My subwoofer was 800 pounds. It was it was massive, and I had the Denon 5308 CI receiver, banks of banks of amplifiers and equalizers and Blu-ray players. I mean, I had everything. It was awesome setup. It's all gone now. Uh, yeah, one of my subscribers too, uh, Steve Cavett. He donated some money to help us with a razor wire around we put up in the house here after I got robbed, and he did the same thing in the Philippines. How he did it and got by with it, I don't know, but that's what he was doing here. Uh, Ricky USA. Hello, Mike. Hi, Mike. Hi, Ricky. Welcome on again. And Stephen Valdar in New York. Oh my gosh, we're at 62. That's a lot. 62 online, 61 online. That's awesome. Hi, Edith. Oh, you and Paul are both watching. Great. Paul, welcome to the show. Welcome to the channel. Sony, I have a 7-channel surround and clip speakers. That's pretty good rig. That's a good setup. The only thing I brought as far as audio equipment was I've got the Bowers and Wilkins DN 303s. They're the bookshelf, larger bookshelf speakers. Great speakers, very high end stuff. That's the only thing I've got left. And after I got here, I've got one amplifier. It's called a DB. It burned up, and then I've got a Sakura. It's burned up. The wires are burning a couple days ago, so I'm going to have to get another one. This stuff is so much junk here. They don't know what audio equipment is. It's just junk. So I'm getting a different brand. I ordered another one. Yeah, Chris, her hair is curly. When I met her, she had long straight hair, so I think that she must have had it rebonded before I met her, and the curl went away. But she looks lovely, right? Did you have your hair bonded before I met you?
No, I cut my hair because the split ends, and also I did not reband. I always tied, so that's why it's curly. But I did not do curly. This is my natural
That's her
hair.
natural, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't like color, so I stay black. I want my looks is a real Pinay. Pinay.
Okay, Joe Blow, I didn't know that United States Postal Service would do that. Uh, I hated service with them. The service is absolutely horrible. I had all my personal mail and my business mail was going to the post office, and it was just terrible service. Um, yeah, James, I also used to help. I worked with Audience AV out of California. I was a big distributor for him, and as well as I worked with his engineer Roger, helped them redesign and build some of their high-end speakers. You go look at their channel, audience-av.com, and you'll see some of the gear that they sell. I mean, I had some wire here. It was this long, like $4 a foot. Very, very small wire made for high-end audio. They call it boutique wire and boutique equipment, sound suppression. But this is what he's mainly doing now. Now that Roger has passed away, they're not. I don't think he's selling any more speakers. Maybe one or two, but they use the A2, A3 drivers in them, and they're good. American men can suffer from Tampa. It's called explosive attitude or pissed off. Yeah, there's one guy running around. No names I'm going to mention. One guy running around, bouncing around. Actually, there were two of them. One's back in the States and one's still here. He's running around. He's cussing and cursing and mad at everybody all the time. Uh, yeah, Charles, I can't. We don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. You're right. We just get something going if we start talking about people. Even though you're right, we just don't need to be talking about them. Uh, I keep my channel clean. I don't want any drama on my channel. There's none on my main channel either. So I'm going to have to remove that comment. I'm sorry. Uh, no, I don't know. If you get a good high end receiver, you get a good equipment if you can find it, and some is available. I know. I know some you can buy them. You just you have to go to Manila usually or somewhere to find them. Uh, the bad thing about it is with all the voltage brownouts and stuff, that's hard on the equipment too. If you don't have an AVR on it, you get a brownout where you can shut it down. Okay, yeah, Tom, that's good equipment. That's good equipment. I'm in Isla Esmeralda, Tech, in the Florida Keys. Closest thing to the Philippines. You're right. I spent a week down there in Big Pine Key. We rented a house for a week, and we had a boat that we drug down there, and we used it in the fishing canals, and had a great time. I love it. I love the Florida Keys. Uh, they're everywhere. You can't get away. Learn Filipino for free. I will volunteer at any video key to set the equalizer after hearing some of those. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. Actually, I got Rose. Part of her birthday gift was a karaoke. I got her one, and they get pretty loud down there. They have a pretty good time downstairs. They have a pretty good time. I have problems with the post office getting my mail delivered here in Florida. Yeah, I can understand that. It's Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, my Frank, but that was 40, 45 years ago. 40 years, 45 years ago, I smoked. Um, I quit when I was 22 or 23 and only smoked just a few years. Was smoking up to 3 packs a day when I was clubbing and g- living the wild times as a 20-year-old. Uh, the coughing that you're hearing now that I have to do is from my congestion, my heart congestion. It's called heart failure, congestive heart failure. So I have to clear my throat and cough to clear it a little bit. Good morning to you, Father Wolves. One. Good morning. Welcome. Welcome to the show. Charles. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Charles. I just try to keep things clean here and try to be polite and respectable to everybody. Thank you a lot. No, you won't find a UPS here. They don't deliver to the Philippines. It's FedEx and
UPS.
no, United Parcel Service, the brown trucks. They don't come here. They don't send here. Um, but my shipper, when he sent me my last batch of mail last time, he didn't use FedEx. He used somebody else. But either way, about the same service. It's been a while since you watched my channel. And how long have I been with Rose, the girl and the lady in the background? We got together February 28th, 2 years ago. So it's 2.5 years. Wonderful lady. Welcome back to the channel. Learn Filipino for free. Yes, Mike, Aki Leon. Yeah, absolutely. Start it now. That way, if there's any tweaking that needs to get done, you just get it done there. Uh, yeah, absolutely. Get it started. I did the same thing. I came here, moved here, and uh, I moved here December 18th, 2016, and no, 2013, and I opened up a Wells Fargo bank account in about June. And so I wanted a few months with that bank to get established and get things going before I got here. So pick what bank you're going to use, get that in order well before you leave. Hi from Northwest England. Wow. Hello. Good morning. I hope your weather's decent up there. Mike, monster cable's overrated. Uh, all you need is any kind of a decent oxygen-free cable, and that's all you need. I'd pre-wire homes when in my electrical business, and I'd buy 1,000-foot spools or 5,000-foot spools of the oxygen-free wire, 12 gauge, and pre-wire everything that way. It was good stuff. Monster cable is it's crazy pricing. They got decent stuff, but you're just paying way too much money for it. Yeah, you're right. Joe Blow, I saw those deer. It's incredible. Yeah, that's the bad thing about it. You do hit one, and you could go to jail if somebody sees you. But that's the secret. I mean, you're going to do it by accident, and hope you don't get caught. Hope you don't ever hit one. But if you do by accident, and nobody's around. Check to make sure that it's dead. I mean, if it's not dead, then you need to make sure it gets some help, and somebody will see that you're trying to help. I actually caught an alligator in near Houston, San Jacinto River. It was on the main highway, and I caught it and took it into the zoo, and gave it to the zookeepers. They were going to start feeding the animal, the alligators. It was their first day. And so it was on the radio, K101, and I'll just take it in, and I'll just take it in. And they wanted to arrest me for handling a protected species. And finally, Parks and Wildlife says, no, let him go. He's trying to do the right thing. Yeah, Chris, UPS is a way to go. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, UPS is a good way to go. I don't have them. Yeah, okay. I didn't know one of them would deposit checks. Oh, good. I'm glad it's working out, Edith. This time this is like my third or fourth one, and it seems like each time I get on, I'm doing it a different way. And today, I forgot about Google Hangouts. That's how I did it last time. This time I went straight through YouTube and went live. So I don't have Google Hangouts as an intermediate to go through to get here. So hopefully I'll be able to do that next time. And I'll be glad, when this chat's over, I'm going to be anxious to see what it looks like. But thank you for that. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, it's $375 a month, and I've been on it a year, but now I'm gonna have to quit. I'm gonna have to quit some of it. I can't afford it anymore. I've got to get off of it. I've only got two patrons on two patrons for $10, and I lost them all because of all the haters out there, and so I got to quit taking a lot of my meds. I can't afford it. Big Pine, yeah, that was what, Hurricane Michael. Yeah, it tore everything up real bad down there. That was last year, I think, the year before that. That's right. Time's going by pretty fast. Yeah, I got a subscriber that they tore. He's working in a casino, or he has a casino or something there in Florida, and it tore that up. It tore up the Air Force Base in Mexico City, Florida, I think. It just destroyed it, leveled the whole Air Force base. Hello, Jimbo 360. Welcome. Got an odd question. I need to know. Other than mung beans, what kind of dry beans are still available and how much? Rose,
Sorry,
dry beans. Are there any dry beans available here?
dry beans.
Dry beans,
Yes, they have white kidney beans.
white kidney beans,
Yes, and last time I cooked that for pork and beans.
pork and beans. Okay.
And also they have black beans here.
Okay. Black beans. Yeah, I've seen those. Okay. And he knows about the mung beans, MUNG. He knows about those here.
Mongo,
I guess could be.
that's a tiny little piece of beans.
Maybe ask on Vegans and Devout Facebook page. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to. I'm not. I'm going to stay. Get by doing what I'm doing now. The vegetables here are so bitter and nasty. I can't hardly eat most of them. But that's because I'm not raised here. I wasn't born here. Sausage and meat place in Dumaguete run by the deaf people. Oh, I don't watch his stuff anymore, so I didn't see it. There's a couple of places here where you can get it. I don't eat hardly any meats at all here anymore, except for chicken, and that's it. I have to be real careful. Hello, Jerry Garcia from Fresno. Would that be the guitar player? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Wow, this has been a great chat this morning. Great chat. Okay, well, I'm going to probably wrap this up. Anybody have any closing comments or thoughts or questions? We had, I think, up to 65 viewers. Yeah, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Won't hurt anything. And it's free. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Oh, Pillow book. No, I don't like that at all. I used to get, oh, that stuff. It was terrible.
I like it.
She loves it. I used to get a pancit dish from Mang Inasal. Quite Bihon? Pancit Bihon? Okay, pancit Bihon. And, well, we cook that here at home too, and I eat that. And that's what I used to get at Mang Inasal as a side dish. And they asked us, they said, out of stock, sir, no more, sir, try the Palobak. And I said, oh, okay. So I tried it. No. It just, no, I couldn't do that. Thank you, Gavino Diaz. It feels good to be with the living again. Yes, thank you. Yeah, Tom, please comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that bell. That bell will tell you that we got another call in, or another video up, or a live stream going. Thank you, Retirement Plans. Have a nice Sunday. We will. Actually, today is Saturday. Saturday morning, isn't it? Yeah, Saturday morning here, 8:45. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, John Place, for coming on board. We appreciate it. Yeah, Charles Luciano, I see people eating duck eggs with feathers. I've done it. I won't do it again, but I did. Actually, I did two of them at once. I did my first one and my last one. Won't have another one, but I just had to do that for my subscribers. Oh, Joe, I appreciate that thought. Don't worry, that's okay. We appreciate it. That's kind of you. Yeah, Edith, palabok is good if you like it. I just don't like it. I tried. It was to me. It smelled bad and tasted bad. I couldn't finish it. I just had to give it away. I don't know when I'm going to go back on. All these right now are trials. I mean, we call them trials because I'm not familiar with what times are good for us and good for my subscribers and everybody. So this is the first time that we've done it early. Usually I did it in the afternoon, then I tried one at night. At night, I'm a little stressed by the end of the day, and for me to stay up until 10 o'clock and then go live, or 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock and go live, so I can reach the Western audience, then I'm so tired and exhausted. I don't like pushing myself. So I thought I'd try it early so I could catch the evening crowd, and because when I do it at night, I catch the morning crowd in the West. So uh, I like it doing. I'm trying to experiment, so I may do this every Saturday. I may do it every. I don't know. I really have no idea. I can try to do a schedule on it if I can figure out YouTube and how complicated it is. I'll try to do a schedule where you guys will have a notice ahead of time, but that's just something else I've got to learn. There's a trick to all this stuff. Lost track of time. That's right. Right here in Philippines. Easy to forget what time it is.
All
Uh,
right.
John, John asked, "How are you feeling, Mike? You seem tired in your videos." Well, the video if you're referring to the Dumaguete video, when we were walking the boardwalk, I was extremely tired. I had driven for 6.5 hours, 6 hours, gotten up early, little sleep, and then here I am at night, still walking, still doing everything. I mean, I'd walk 100 feet, 150 feet. I'd have to sit down on the wall and rest. I just didn't have, with heart failure, you're a different man afterward. It's unfortunately. Okay, thanks, Charles. Uh, Thank you for the compliment. It was a good stream. I've enjoyed it. Okay, thanks. You remember that one? Yeah, I had two of them, but my former girlfriend ended up eating the first one. Yeah, the first one, and then I ate the second one out at Joe and Shane's apartment outside, and that turned out pretty cute. I was being a little bit of a comedian or something there, and I liked that. That was a good video. Oh yeah, he said my video just got better when you sat beside me.
I was sitting beside you.
No, you were sitting behind me. Now they can see you better. Yeah, you're right, Tom Patrick. Thank you very much. Thank you, Electro Plays. Keep up the good work. You're awesome. Thank you very, very much for that. That's kind of you. And good morning from Granada,
Barangay.
Barangay.
Yeah, it's over
It,
to
Bacolod?
yeah, it's Bacolod.
Okay. Good morning from, okay, Bravo Kiara. Okay. She says you're in Bacolod, not too far from here. Thank you. It's the hair. It's everything. Look at that pretty smile she's got. Q, Q. There it is. A few people that do put videos out, 30-second, 45-second, the day before and says live stream. Yeah, I've got to learn that. This is new, and I'm anxious to learn. Thank you, Joe Blow, for that $20 super chat. Wow. I really appreciate that. We appreciate that a lot. Wow.
Is that my birthday present?
Your birthday present? No, it's my birthday present.
Your birthday is over.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Joe. I'm having a holiday here now here. Oh, okay. Is that because you're on our show, watching the show? Just around the corner. Yeah, well, I don't know how far it is away, but thank you for that. How can I help? John plays? I don't know. We're doing okay. Uh so sweet. Yes, she is. And
Like a sugar, more than a honey.
yeah. It was 2 weeks ago, Edith, on the 21st of May. It was quiet. I didn't say anything. I didn't want to say anything about it. I just kept it quiet. Oh, yes. Happy birthday, bro. You got a donation. Yeah. And we can use all of them we can get, I'll tell you. Okay. 1 hour for 41 minutes. Thank you, Edith. Belated birthday then. Okay. Oh, that's awesome, Joe Blow. We appreciate that a lot. I can't say that enough. Yeah, Ricky's. He said, "Good to see Ricky is adjusting to good life in the Philippines." Yeah, he has. Yeah, we keep in touch. We keep in touch pretty often. I'm going to probably be visiting him on my visa run in a couple of months. He's happy. He's got a beautiful lady. She's successful. She's smart. A smart business lady. I think she has several businesses. He's my neighbor in California. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I guess your neighbor. Are you neighbors to his mother? The mother's estate out there, that ranch. No, I don't associate with Ned. Nothing bad. I just don't. We don't communicate. Wow. He said, in the future, I will donate to you $100. I want to be like
Mr. Best.
Mr. Best Beast. Mr.
Yeah,
Beast.
the best.
Okay. We'll be waiting for that a lot. He's not far from Pasadena. Okay. He's from Temecula. Okay. I knew he didn't live at home. I saw his videos when he went back home and stayed with his mom. Electro plays. I'm from Singapore. Okay. I haven't been to Singapore before. I hear it's pretty expensive to live there. Yeah, and I'm not going to make any comments, Gavino Diaz. I don't have, I just have other things to do. John Parrish. Oh, hi, John. Welcome. I'm feeling well, pretty good. Yeah, considering everything I've been through. Uh, Not looking for new one. Not looking for one.
What that means?
I don't know.
Well, he's not looking for another one. I am the only one.
I think he's talking about Ned.
Just make a joke.
Yeah. Okay, folks, we're going to shut it down, wrap it up. It's been 1 hour and 44 minutes. And we sure appreciate everything. John, yeah, we appreciate that. Yeah, we sent a lot of chats, and you followed a lot of my roads. We've been together for a long time, and you know me well, and you know what I've been through, mostly.
Good morning.
Introvert Forever Freddy. Good morning, Mike and wife from St. Petersburg, Florida. Well, welcome. Welcome to the channel again. And glad you're able to get to be an extrovert a little bit and say hello. That's great. Thanks, everybody. if I could get 32 thumbs up. Well, if I could just cut and paste them and put them over there, I would. That would help. Thanks, Edith, a lot. Love you too. We appreciate you. John Parrish, the fellow electrician. Yeah, okay. I just renewed. I got online and went through my MCE and renewed my Texas Lies Masters for another year. Why, I don't know, but kind of like CYA in case something happens and I end up back in Texas. I need to have something. Okay, James Rossell, see you too. Edgar, how are you doing? Greetings, thanks from Los Angeles, California. We're doing great. And as you can see, I'm doing super great because I've got her with me. Got 42 on mine. That's great. All right, folks, we got to stop because this is getting to be too much fun, and I'm afraid if keep going, it might become boring. We don't want that. But we all appreciate you very much. It's great to have you. I'll look up here at the camera now. It's great to have y'all on the channel. We miss you. We're going to get back on here again. I'm not sure when, and I'll maybe next time if I can know. I'll try to maybe put a warning up. I mean, a warning, an invitation, or let you guys know that I'm coming online.
All right.
Okay. Bye bye. Thanks a lot.
Wait a minute. Please, if whoever not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe and follow me every time I put the video.
Now she got to get that plug in there. Thanks a lot. I don't know, Edgar. Right now I don't want to be spamming the channel with too many live videos. That kind of gets boring to some people. I know I watch a couple and I just can't go there every day like they're doing them now. So I want to spread them out a little bit and learn while I'm learning. Okay, thanks. Good night, everybody. Good morning, wherever it is in your place.
Yeah.
Huh? And okay.